ball and given their team a penalty in the quarter-final. Saliba.
That's really harsh if they're giving Cucurella grief for that, because it simply wasn't handball.
Mike Maignan, who's had a wonderful season, a wonderful Euro 2024 campaign so far, this time unable to pick out Kylian Mbappe. Didier Deschamps will be very pleased. His team have finally managed to score a goal from open play. Kolo Muani with what was France's 87th non-penalty attempt to score this tournament. Finally, one of their players was able to stick it in the net for their team. Yeah, the threat has certainly been there. A lot of criticism by the way that France have played, but they have created bags of opportunities, just not been clinical enough. But that's changed tonight. Fabian Ruiz towards Cucurella. Kunde's touch was a little uncertain, but sweeping in behind N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante, who tonight is playing in a major tournament game for the 21st time. He's never been on the losing side outside of penalty shootouts. Now Mbappe with a bit of room to run at Navas again. Goes around Fabian Ruiz. Oh, there was real power in that shot. Still in play, and Nacho hoofs it away for Spain.
Well, the strike from Mbappe hits Nacho, and I just wonder if the centre-half isn't there, does the ball creep in at the goalkeeper's right-hand post? This is the problem with Mbappe, mixing up his attacking game. I think Simon has actually read it, and there's plenty of pace on it, but Nacho, that's an important block.
And football fans in Spain are going to see a lot of Kylian Mbappe wearing white next season. Tonight an opportunity to show the Spanish crowd what he can do. He does look bright. If he was a little bit hampered by the inconvenience of the face mask in recent games, maybe that burden has been relieved this evening. Spain find themselves penned in once again.
Yeah, tonight he's really illustrated how he can give defenders and defences real problems by mixing up his attacking game. At times he delivers crosses, at times he drops your shoulder, comes in field. Other times he can take you on the outside as well. He's one of the world's best because he has that variety of attacking play. It's hard to contain.
Dembele missed by Navas. This is Yamal. And now it goes for a goal kick to Spain. So Randal Kolo Muani's 5th international goal for France, set up by Kylian Mbappe. It was Mbappe's first assist of this tournament.
Yeah, the attacker's positioning is all important. He's got to trust that Mbappe will see him and try and pick him out. So get yourself in between defenders, stay on side, get into a goal-scoring position, and he does it all.
"20 minutes into this first semi-final. Yamal. Got a bend on it! That is simply amazing! The youngest player to ever play in the semi-final of a major tournament has just delivered a goal for the ages! 16-year-old Lamine Yamal drags Spain level again. It's just a quite extraordinary finish. It looks like the opportunity had gone. Initially, it looks like he's going to shoot, and then he seems to change his mind, then decides to go again. But the strike is just simply fantastic. We've said time and time again during this competition, the maturity, the attacking maturity he shows is off the charts, and that is just simply unstoppable. You know, players in their mid-20s would be proud of that goal, and this is coming from someone so young. Incredible individual brilliance. Tonight is the last time that Lamine Yamal will play a game as a 16-year-old. He turned 17 on Saturday, the day before the final. Kylian Mbappe can have no complaints about that. That is a moment of pure genius from El Nino.
Yeah, there's just no panic when he picks the ball up. He's composed. He just it's a fast pass into the top corner. He's not hitting hope. He's backed himself to pick out the top corner. It's a simply stunning strike.
France were ahead for 12 minutes. And what a semi-final this is already proving to be. Yamal. Asking a lot of Jesus Navas. Covered by Theo Hernandez. Midway through the first half. This is the first quarter of the game. Just too high for Laporte. Dani Olmo. Fabian Ruiz. And he has put too much on that. But a moment to savour from Lamine Yamal. And a goal we're going to hear about for a long, long time.
Yeah, the confidence, the control, the composure. You normally get this with vastly experienced players. It's just unstoppable. You know, Maignan, he sees where it's going, but because of the bend on it, it's moving from left to right. It's got pace on it. It's high. The keeper just can't get there. It's quite brilliant.
Yamal again. Headed out by Upamecano. France look to transition here from defence, but Rodri is in to steal it away from N'Golo Kante.
Well, before the game, Luis de la Fuente was talking about Spain being the best side in the world in terms of pressing opponents. I think we've seen that throughout the tournament, and we're starting to see it here. France finding it difficult to put their passes together in their own half.
Nacho. Yamal. Now, Jesus Navas, who was a winger earlier on in his career, so he's well able to deliver crosses like that. Dani Olmo! They've turned it around! From 1-0 down! Spain scored twice in 4 minutes to lead in the Euro 2024 semi-final. And France don't know what's hit them here.
Well, there's a couple of sublime touches from Dani Olmo, but the opportunity for Navas to step forward to supply the ball into the box comes from Yamal again. This time attacking intelligence by drifting infield. So he goes infield, Navas then provides the width. There's Yamal on the ball. So Navas then has got the width. So he gets the ball out of his feet, he delivers. Dani Olmo, attacking midfielder, getting into the box again. There's 2 touches here. Just absolutely outstanding how he gets that ball from a high position out in front of him, away from Tchouaméni. Is superb. And there's a fearsome strike, and Koundé again is facing his own goal. Any contact's going to take it in, but it's brilliant positioning from Yamal. But then the footwork, the strike from Olmo is superb, and France can't keep it out. What a turnaround.
The question of whether it would have gone in anyway. Dani Olmo will surely claim it. And look at the reaction. Lenormand and Dani Carvajal and Pedri, who would love to be out there themselves, but thoroughly enjoying how the course of events has so dramatically shifted here in Munich tonight. This is Dembele down the other end. How do France react to this? The perfect start for Deschamps' team, and they won't believe that they now trail.
Yeah, just going back to that second goal, just wonder with Koundé, with his defensive position, if he tries to clear it with his left foot. Okay, he's right-footed, that's why he goes at it with the outside of his right foot. Maybe that's why it cannons into the net, and he's not able to clear the ball away with his left.
UEFA are giving it as a Koundé own goal. Spain, who benefited from an own goal against Italy. Their winning striker that match diverted into his own net by the Italian defender Calafiori. How pleased Luis de la Fuente will be at how his team have been able to ride the storm of going 1-0 down after just 9 minutes to now, inside half an hour, be 2-1 in front. Jesus Navas with the clearance.
Well, Spain went 1-0 down to Georgia, responded well, won the game comfortably 4-1, but going 1-0 down to France is a completely different story with their know-how, the quality, the experience they've got, but they're just fearless, nerveless Spain. They didn't feel sorry for themselves after the Kolo Muani goal. They picked themselves up, and the strike from Yamal and then the footwork from Olmo, just outstanding.
This has already been the most open game that France have been involved in the tournament. 5 games before tonight, there's only been 3 goals scored, 1 conceded by the French. And all of the goals have been either penalties or own goals. Here is Dembele, taking on Williams. Anywhere will do for Jesus Navas. Morata, did he foul Koundé? He did. Free kick to France.
I just wonder whether Koundé, does he make a bit of a meal of this? He maybe knows he's not going to win the ball in the air. Does he lean into Morata first? No, I think actually Morata, you see, turns his back. It's a good decision from the referee. That's poor from Morata. It's naive. Didn't need to give a cheap free kick away there in a dangerous area.
Ousmane Dembele, who came on as a sub for the last half an hour of the quarter-final. He did so well, created the most chances, got player of the match. He has overcooked that delivery. Rabiot's best attempts. He's still not been able to keep the ball in play.
They don't need to really put as much on that ball in as Dembele did there. Just feel the ball in, just pass it into that corridor between the defensive line and the goalkeeper. Tries to whip it, too much pace. If your technique is slightly wrong, the ball will just fly past everybody. I just wonder, here's the strike comes in for Dani Olmo. If Koundé goes at this with his left foot, is there a chance he could hook the ball clear? He goes at it with his right. He's maybe stretching, he's maybe not quite there to get a left foot on it, and he is right-footed as well, but it's all down to Spain. The way they've approached the game after going 1-0 down has been outstanding.
That is now 7 times in this tournament that Spain have scored a goal in the first half of the game. It's the highest tally of any team in the tournament. They don't hang around this Spanish team. That double whammy, 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes, have really rocked France back on their heels. Aymeric Laporte. Cucurella.
Yeah, they're 2 very different goals as well. The first one, just individual brilliance from Yamal. The second one, Yamal infield, Navas getting forward, cross coming into the box, attacking midfielders, supporting the play. It was very much a team goal.
Yamal, Dani Olmo, Saliba firm on the edge of the box. Mbappe, now can he relieve some pressure from this French defence? Up against Nacho. Rodri there too. No foul.
Well, Nacho's got help. He's got support from Rodri, but Nacho did the defensive basics brilliantly. That must be so difficult when you've got Mbappe running at full speed at you. Stayed on his feet, watched the ball. Mbappe slightly overruns it. Nacho steps in.
Here comes Cucurella for Spain. We've reached the half-hour mark in Munich.
Time and again we saw against Germany, Dani Olmo getting in between the lines, in between the defensive line and the midfield. He causes so many problems. Physically not the biggest, but technically very good. Great spatial awareness.
Dani Olmo, who excelled at underage level for Spain under current head coach Luis de la Fuente. Here is Williams, twinkle toes. Morata couldn't quite barge his way through.
Well, there's an early opportunity for Williams to get a shot away, and he just carries on running with the ball. I think if he had his time again, he would have shot earlier. He's breaking forward, and he runs in field, he runs into traffic. Really, the opportunity is snuffed out. Plenty of white shirts back there. There's no way that he can get a shot in, or Morata can get clear of those defenders.
Dembele. Jules Koundé. Tchouaméni in between the two central defenders. Rabiot. N'Golo Kante.
Yeah, they do that with Tchouaméni. It just frees up Theo Hernandez to push forward down this left-hand side on the ball now, and then Mbappe can drift in field, become a second striker.
Tchouaméni for Dembele. Cut out by Cucurella. Flag is raised on the far side. And there's got to be a free kick to Spain.
Yeah, France maybe just forcing the issue a little bit with that crossfield ball. It's that left arm of Koundé. It is a handball, but maybe just got to be a bit more patient, France. A bit like Spain. They don't rush that ball forward. They keep the ball moving. If there's no obvious pass forward, just play 1, 2, 3 passes. Just get Spain moving around.
Jesus Navas. To Nacho, the two oldest players in this Spain squad. Laporte. Rodri. Upamecano. Koundé. Spain very quick to get players back behind the ball when they lose possession. Dembele. Hernandez was his target. Not for the first time tonight. It's a crossfield pass that was overstruck.
That's a goal we're seeing again and again. Look at the concentration, the technique. It's really a whip pass. As I say, there's no hit and hope. So many players, not just young players, but any player in that position would just go for pure power. But I think Pedri's reaction sums it up. It's simply stunning.
It was only the second time in this tournament that Mike Maignan had been beaten. No saving that one. And some French frustration taken out on the wonder kid here.
Well, the Spanish bench weren't happy at all. Is there too much in this? I think he steps into Yamal, maybe just clips his heels. There's a bit of contact. It's not that serious. He's not exactly taking him out, has he? But just leaving something on the youngster just to remind him that he's around Hernandez.
He is young, Lamine Yamal, but he's not inexperienced. He played 50 games for Barcelona across the course of this past season. And of course, with the second Spanish goal being an own goal, they've still only officially had one shot on target. 10 minutes to go to the break. Fabian Ruiz to Nacho. Now it's France's turn to fall back into defensive formation. Fabian Ruiz. And Spain continue to get into these shooting opportunities in around the French penalty area.
And again, Yamal doing the right thing, engaging with defenders, but then releasing the pass. Sits up nicely for Ruiz. I think that's what tempts him into taking the shot, but it's just about closed down. But every time Spain go forward, especially through Yamal, it looks so dangerous because there's so many attacking options for him.
Fabian Ruiz, who has scored 2 goals in this tournament so far, scored against Croatia in the group stage, scored against Georgia in the last 16, a game that Rodri also found the net in. Nico Williams. Header of the front post by Kolomoani. Fabian Ruiz. Cut out by N'Golo Kante. Here comes Yamal.
That's probably the first pass, the first decision that Yamal has got wrong.
They were given a really early scare in this game, the Spanish crowd. Kolomoani's goal, bang on 9 minutes. But how this Spanish team has reacted. This is Rabiot, trying to hold off Rodri, finding Mbappe. Dembele. Stopped by Cucurella for a France corner.
Oh, it's really good defensive there from Nico Williams as well. He doubles up with Cucurella. Makes it really difficult for Dembele to go on the outside of Cucurella or drift inside onto his left foot because Williams is there.
Referee Slavko Vincic is highly respected. He was in charge of the recent Champions League final between Real Madrid and Dortmund. It's Laporte's header out for Spain, a commanding one. Koundé. Unable to beat Rodri. France increasingly finding Dembele. Inside of Cucurella, fouled by Cucurella. Dangerous set-piece position for France.
Well, Cucurella makes his mind up to try and win the ball, and he never seems to be in a position to win it. He just sticks out that leg and nowhere near the ball. It's a clear foul. It's poor defending. He's off balance. He's just really sticking out a leg and hoping he doesn't make contact with Dembele, but he does. In a similar position for Dembele here, just feel the ball into that corridor in between goalkeeper and back line, give your teammates something to attack.
Dembele's delivery, Upamecano at the back post, and Jesus Navas on high alert.
That's a bit too deep again. It's defendable. You know, that ball has to really, at the furthest point, be at the far post. Anything beyond the far post, all you're doing is heading it back, Oscar, or a defender's going to get there first.
Jesus Navas, who's been adventurous in his storming forward in this first half, but he's been back when he needs to be defensively too. Hernandez sending this one in, Saliba doing his best to keep it in play. Koundé. Away by Dani Olmo. Now this could be dangerous. Nico Williams. Morata in field of him. Yamal on the other wing if needed. This is intended for Lamine Yamal. Similar position to his goal, but this one is deflected away by Hernandez for a Spanish corner. Better defending that time, but Hernandez has hurt himself in the process.
Yeah, Hernandez has learnt his lesson. Once he drops his shoulder, gets onto his left foot, you've got to get close to Yamal, or you look to pick out that top corner again. But the counter-attack with the pace, the direct running that Spain have, they very quickly get 3 players up the pitch, but Hernandez stays close, gets a challenge in, he gets a whack for his trouble, but he has to defend properly there and get something on that strike.
This first half has been a rude awakening for a French defence who conceded more goals in the opening 25 minutes of this game than they did in their first 5 matches combined, but Magnon with very safe hands there. And he looks for Dembele, covered by Cucurella. Koundé. There's been a reassessment of the second Spanish goal. And now it has been handed to Dani Olmo. The feeling is that his shot was on the way into the net anyway before it hit Jules Koundé. So the goal credited to Dani Olmo means he's now scored in 3 matches in succession in these knockout stages. Jesus Navas. Fabian Ruiz. It's like a really glorious touch into the path of Lamine Yamal. Rodri. Williams. Laporte. Cucurella. This is Rabiot. That's a lovely change of direction. N'Golo Kanté helps it on in front of Theo Hernandez. He's got 5 white shirts in field of him, but hard working and pressing by Alvaro Morata, who tracked back a long way there.
Nice handball for Morata, though. As Hernandez looks to dink that ball back in field, just sticks out a left arm and gives away the free kick.
Ousmane Dembele has attempted more crosses in this game than any other player. This is his opportunity to try and pick out a teammate. To that corridor of uncertainty between the defenders and the goalkeeper, but Morata rose well. N'Golo Kanté. Jules Koundé. Dembele. We're about to move into the final minute of normal play in the first half. Stoppages to come. Rabiot too close to Laporte. Chance of a Spanish counter-attack here. Fabian Ruiz. Dani Olmo. Good work by N'Golo Kanté again. So this is the goal, credited to Dani Olmo now.
Well, for his footwork, he probably deserves the goal. That strike looks as if it's goal-bound. Looks as if it's going to nestle in the far post. I think it is. Again, Koundé maybe should do a little bit better, but almost footwork. The way he gets that ball from a high position down onto the ground to get the strike in was outstanding.
He's now scored more goals for his country here at this tournament, Fabian Ruiz, than he had done in his entire international career before this month. No free kick for Cucurella there. This is Dani Olmo. Not enough gas on that to reach Lamine Yamal. Two minutes to be added on for stoppages at the end of a very busy first half in Munich. Cucurella was under pressure there against Dembele, and he's relieved to hear the referee's whistle. Free kick to Spain.
Yeah, he's just nudged off the ball by Dembele, but we know what a good footballing side Spain are, but they've shown again in this first half. They have the character, the resilience to recover, but that recovery was sparked by a 16-year-old and a quite stunning strike. Once that got them back on level terms, their confidence just grew and grew.
Lamine Yamal, whose star has already been shining brightly for one so young, but feels like tonight is the night he really becomes a household name on the world stage. A goal like that, which will be viewed by billions of eyeballs.
Olmo does so well here. He's not the biggest, but he protects the ball really well. There's no way the biggest Saliba's going to get to the ball without going through him and giving the foul away.
No urgency for Nacho. This is a scoreline that forces the imperative on France. An imperative which has been overly enthusiastically snatched upon by Randal Kolomoani there.
Well, Nacho's ankles were clipped, but just how bad this challenge was, this will tell us it's just a clip, it's nothing more. It's not as if he's gone scything into the challenge and taken out the centre-half. He just clips his heels. It's a foul, nothing more.
Nacho, who announced last week he'll be leaving Real Madrid. There is half-time. Randal Kolomoani's goal gave France what appeared to be the perfect start. But talk about a perfect finish for Lamine Yamal and Dani Olmo, who's increasingly becoming a star player for his team. Koundé couldn't keep it out, and Spain lead France 2-1 at the break. From 1-0 down to 2-1 in front. Spain have tactically got this very well so far, but they are only halfway there. No changes in personnel over the break. Antoine Griezmann was warming up at half-time. Pressure on Nacho at full stretch to prevent a corner.
Yeah, it's poor from Jesus Navas. Really poor back pass to Nacho.
Jesus Navas in the team because of the suspension for Dani Carvajal. Morata. That's a good ball. Fabian Ruiz now expansively searching for Nico Williams. Where's the goalkeeper gone here? Magnon just about getting there with a slide tackle. French fans had hearts in mouths for a moment.
Oh, the French defence was sliced open. The goalkeeper made his mind up very early. He was coming to deal with this. It's a brilliant sliding challenge. As well to keep his hands out of the way as Williams burst forward. Brilliant initial pass from Morata there just to get them moving forward, but the goalkeeper massively risky, times it to perfection.
Any goalkeeper comes that far out of their penalty area, you have to get the ball. And in stretching for that, Mike Magnon extended his hamstring there. He's stretching it out inside his penalty area as N'Golo Kante comes forward for France. Koundé, Dembele, took a deflection straight to the arms of Unai Simon.
It's probably been the criticism so far of France. They've got into good, advanced, dangerous positions. Just their quality into the box has been poor. Cucurella does just about enough, keeps his hands out of the way, gets something on the cross.
Concern for Mike Magnon, the AC Milan goalkeeper. He was signed by the Italian club to replace Gianluigi Donnarumma when he left a few seasons back. Tonight, which has been the first time ever in the history of the European Championship that France were 1-0 up in a game, but then went in behind at half-time. Laporte. Over the top for Williams, and Magnon quite pleased he didn't have to leave his penalty area for that one. N'Golo Kante. It's been a real renaissance for him in this tournament. N'Golo Kante hasn't played much for his country over the past 2 years. He's proved his fitness to be involved, and he covers an awful lot of ground for Didier Deschamps. Rabiot unable to keep that one in play. Just in case there was any problem, Brice Samba of Lens and Alphonse Areola of West Ham United are the two deputy goalkeepers for France. Dani Olmo, Jesus Navas, Koundé, careful, Williams, Cucurella. Williams to Dani Olmo, who keeps picking up intelligent positions. Fabian Ruiz, Olmo again in a pocket of space, cleverly left by Williams. Now Cucurella, Morata, good defending Saliba.
That's brilliant football from Spain. Ball goes all the way back into their own half with Laporte, but they just pass their way up the pitch, get their left back in an advanced position. See what he's trying to do, pick out Morata. Morata just doesn't make his move, doesn't get there first.
Alvaro Morata, who only had 8 touches of the ball in the first half. Can Spain get their central striker involved a bit more? been well over half an hour since France attempted a shot in this game. Laporte. Williams. Stopped by Koundé. He plays in the left wing. Nico Williams is very much right-footed.
We saw it against Germany with Laporte stepping into midfield, more than happy to centre-half with the ball at his feet to drive into space and make things happen.
Kanté. Tracking back by Cucurella. Persistence from Kanté, but this is Rodri. And out it goes for a throw-in to France. Incredible engine on N'Golo Kanté. France's defensive solidity has been such a huge part of getting them this far in the tournament, but that defence has been breached twice already, and now they turn to their attacking players. France needs some flair. Great first touch from Dembélé. Too close to Simon, and the quality of French crosses needs to improve.
Yeah, it's mostly from Dembélé. Getting into position after position, great touch. He turns, he's got the opportunity to put a dangerous cross in, and just puts it straight into the keeper's hands. So poor.
Williams. Hounded by Koundé. That's really good for the Barcelona defender. Now N'Golo Kanté. Back to Jules Koundé. This is dangerous. Cut out by Laporte. Despite the best attempts of Williams, that did go for a corner. Better from France.
Yeah, good positioning from Laporte in the end, because Koundé, first time really we've seen him step forward from fullback. N'Golo Kanté finds him. And again, it's not the greatest cross. He's trying to pick out Kolo Muani, but Laporte has read the cross and intercepts well.
Can France ask some sterner questions of Unai Simon? That's more like it. But down from Chouameni and up into the gloves of the keeper.
Yeah, I just wonder how clean a header this was. There's plenty of pace on it. If he gets a clean connection on it, keeps it away from the goalkeeper. Looks as if he gets there. Just seems to miss time. If he heads it down onto his shoulder, it's at the goalkeeper as well. It's a big opportunity, though.
Aurélien Tchouameni, who scored against England at the World Cup in Qatar. That has been France's best opportunity in a long time. Attack is started by Laporte for Spain. This is Cucurella. Dani Olmo. Pass from Yamal was a little short for Jesus Navas. This is Rabiot. Pressure from Morata. Ultimately gives a free kick to France, and they're not hanging about, and the urgency beginning to creep in now. We haven't played 10 minutes of the second half yet, but the stark reality is that France must score further goals here or their tournament is over. Tchouameni. Dembélé. Cut out by Rodri, who has that wonderful knack of being in the right place at the right time. Rabiot. France seeing more of the ball now. Koundé. Mbappe's at the back post. Cut out by Nacho. Kept in by Yamal. Spain throw. Wonderful persistence of the 16-year-old.
Yeah, but that's a better ball in by Koundé. Asking a lot more defensively, those Spanish centre-halves.
Three of the 5 games that France have played in this tournament before tonight have finished level after 90 minutes. These French fans hoping that their team can get the game back on even terms. Koundé. Saliba. Koulibaly, outnumbered and outfoxed. He's now a test of Koundé's pace here against Williams. Great acceleration by the pair of them. This game, for the first time, beginning to stretch, beginning to feel end-to-end. Kylian Mbappe, this is the sight French fans want to see. Him bearing down on the penalty area, tries to squeeze it in.
Oh, the angle is against him. To score from here, you've got to really whip that ball outside the far post, would be back on the target. If you just strike it goalwards like this, straight at the goal, the keeper, if he's got his positioning right, it's going to be comfortable for him.
The cockerel is crowing. It's wake-up time for France. Can they be more incisive now in this semi-final? Jesus Navas looking uncomfortable. And Spain are going to make a change in defence. That is Daniel Vivian of Athletic Bilbao. Turned 25 on Friday, the day that Spain beat Germany in the quarter-final. As one of the more experienced members of the team departs, one of their more inexperienced players will come on. But Jesus Navas, who is the link to that glory team of Spain that won 2 Euros in a World Cup back-to-back, he's the last standing link between that team and this one. And quite rightly, he gets heroes' applause on his departure.
Yeah, it's clearly got a bit of a problem as well, and no matter your age, if you're up against Kylian Mbappe and a French team that are on the front foot, you need somebody, you know, solid, fully fit to defend against them.
So Spain are, in effect, out of right-backs now. Dani Carvajal suspended. Kylian Mbappe to keep tabs on, so it's a very important position in the field. And emergency needs must, because Nacho is going to go to right-back. And Daniel Vivian will join Aymeric Laporte in the centre. This is not ideal for Luis de la Fuente. He's got a 2-1 lead to defend, but this is now far from his first-choice defence.
And of course, it's in that position where Mbappe is up against a defender. You want a designated right-back, someone who's experienced at playing that position. So a centre-half stepping across, it could work, but a lot of pressure on him to deal with the flying Mbappe.
Nacho very, very experienced. No player has ever won more trophies for Real Madrid than he has. He's level with Luka Modric on 26 trophies for Real Madrid. But now he's got to play out of position and against one of the best players in the world. Seen Spain make their changes, France now preparing and looking to their bench now as well. Changes to come for France. Cucurella. Oh, that's really good for Williams, through the legs of Koundé. Good reaction for the Barcelona defender. France can't hold on to the ball. That Tchouaméni header was a warning for the Spanish defence. Here comes N'Golo Kanté in front of Dembélé. Simon just about in front of Mbappe. Dangerous again from the French. Tchouaméni receives the second yellow card of this semi-final.
Yeah, he just goes diving in on Morata. Gets there late. Takes Morata out. You can understand why that's a yellow. But just earlier, N'Golo Kanté, that the weight of the pass for Dembélé was perfect. Means he can step onto it to put a first-time crossing. Looks like the goalkeeper's anticipating the ball being pulled back. He actually gets played at his left hand. He's expecting it to go to his right, but he reacts quickly just to get that left hand up and and bat the ball away. So he's actually moving to his right, he's taking a step, good reactions with his left hand.
Well, Shimoda was beaten in the first half, Kolomoani's goal, but he's arguably been busier now since the break than he was in those opening 45 minutes. Big games, big moments, call for some big names. And France are about to bring on Barcola, Camavinga and Antoine Griezmann. This game tonight has been the first time in a decade since the 2014 World Cup that Antoine Griezmann has not been in the starting 11 for France at a major tournament. Mbappe. Hernandez. Clever low ball in. N'Golo Kante was at the front post. France are beginning to knock on the Spanish door.
I'm not convinced that is the best choice, drilling that ball along the floor. It's more easy to defend. It's difficult for N'Golo Kante at the near post. What's he meant to do with that apart from just help the ball on? Can't really score from there.
Right, here come the changes ahead of the corner kick. Adrien Rabiot back in the team tonight, having missed the quarter-final through suspension, makes way for Eduardo Camavinga of Real Madrid. Also departing, N'Golo Kante. It will be Antoine Griezmann who's on for him. And Randall Kolo Muani makes way for the introduction of Bradley Barcola. Didier Deschamps flexing his muscle, hoping that he's strengthening his team here. It's a high delivery, it's Upamecano, and it's down and over the bar.
Well, it's an opportunity, as the Spanish defenders jumped underneath the ball. I think it's actually Nacho who loses Upamecano. Just a mistimed header, completely mistimes it. Just heads that down rather than at the target.
2 international goals in his career before tonight for Dayo Upamecano. Scored against Croatia, scored against the Netherlands. 2 big-headed chances for France in this second half now. Tchouaméni and Upamecano.
It's interesting with Barcola coming on for France. He's going to operate on the left-hand side, and Mbappe's going to play through the middle. I thought they'd keep Mbappe out there, isolated against Nacho, but they've switched into a more central position.
High stakes now. Cucurella. Williams. Fabian Ruiz. Griezmann keen to get involved in the action, and so too Camavinga. But neither of them can wrestle back possession for France. Here comes Dani Olmo. Always looks dangerous when he's on the ball. Morata. Including their extra-time win over Germany last time out. Spain have now won their last 11 competitive games in a row. This is a team that will trust themselves to see this out. Can France strike? Mbappe. What a touch. Hernandez. And the second touch from Hernandez was nowhere near the level of Mbappe's pass.
Well, the way Mbappe takes the forward ball down is simply outstanding. Probably what you come to expect from a world-class player, but that touch is quite brilliant, and then he lays the ball off. And it's just slightly heavy. If you just keep that ball on the pitch, he's got a chance of getting a cross in, but through the middle now. Mbappe, can he cause problems for Laporte and Vivian? We'll see.
Mbappe, the man for the big moment, scorer of 4 goals in World Cup finals for France. Usually when they need something special, he is there to provide. I remember when France lost the 22 World Cup final to Argentina, Mbappe scored a hat-trick in that game. He is rarely the one to let them down. Patience from Laporte. Vivian. It's only a 4th cap tonight for Daniel Vivian. Here comes Yamal. Upamecano. Saliba did enough. Camavinga. Griezmann. Didn't need to look, he knew that Koundé would be in that space. Here's Dembele. France want a free kick, but the referee doesn't flinch.
Yeah, they feel that Dembele was taken out as he's looking to play the 1-2 with Mbappe. He lays the ball off. It's a question of whether those Spanish defenders do foul him. It's a driving run in field looking for the 1-2. He plays the ball. And he is fouled. He's blocked off by Cucurella. It should be a free kick.
We are approaching the midway point in the second half. Now Spain getting closer and closer to the silverware. Still work to do in this semi-final tonight to ensure passage through to the final in Berlin on Sunday, when the winner of this game will take on the winner of England and the Netherlands, who meet tomorrow in Dortmund.
Yeah, it is a little passive at the moment from France. I just wonder when they might start to step onto Spain, because this is, what Spain want. Just give them time and space to knock the ball around. They're such a good possession-based team. They can just run the clock down by keeping the ball. So France, ultimately, at some point, have to be more aggressive off the ball.
Doesn't have the natural attacking prowess that Jesus Navas had. And that might necessarily be a problem for Spain at the moment, though. Here's Camavinga. Barcola. Mbappe and Dembele both inside the penalty area. Griezmann on the edge. This is Tchouaméni. Koundé. Dembele. Runs into Morata, and the free kick is Spain's. And France are forced to retreat again.
Yeah, running in field was a wrong choice. Just seems to maybe slip as well. He still has his standing foot. His left foot goes from underneath it, and that means he's always going to clatter into Morata. The opportunity is gone, but look how deep Morata is, the centre forward back, helping out the defence, fish on the edge of his own box.
Spain beat France last time they met in a major tournament. It was the quarter-final at Euro 2012. Didier Deschamps tries to plot a French revolution here. Can he turn this around? Cucurella. Williams. How valuable a third goal would be to Spain. That's excellent tracking back by Dembele. Koundé. Laporte looking for Nacho. Good header from Saliba. Barcola up against Vivian. It's a good burst by Barcola. Oh, it nearly set up for Mbappe. Griezmann was there too. Dembele battling on. Just wouldn't sit up for the French.
Yeah, the problems start there for Spain with Nacho stepping too far forward, losing the ball, then suddenly Barcola's running at Vivian. A winger against a centre-half. That's not what Luis de la Fuente will want. He'll want Nacho back there playing as a full-back.
Morata on his 79th cap may not have many more minutes left on the pitch. Mikel Oyarzabal and Mikel Moreno, the two Mikels preparing to come on for Spain. Moreno, who scored that dramatic late winner against Germany on Friday. Fernandes, Camavinga, Dembele. France must score. Yamal. Spain continue to hang out. We're well into the last 20 minutes now.
Yeah, it's a half that France are dominating, but they're not really creating any real opportunities, not hurting Spain. Unai Simon hasn't had to make save after save, so having the ball's one thing, playing high up the pitch is another. You've got to create chances, and France struggling to do that.
Mbappe, Koundé, Dembele. Here is Mbappe. Four around him, no way through. Spain really congesting that penalty area and smothering the space for Kylian Mbappe. Dembele will try again. So many white shirts in the middle. Williams cuts it out at source, but it's at the cost of a corner, and France have had two really good chances from corners in this second half already.
Yeah, from open play they're struggling really to create anything, but you're right. From a set play, it doesn't matter for them how they get back into the game as long as they do.
Floated in by Dembele, Upamecano beaten by Nacho. This is Vivian. Fresh legs having recently come on. It's good composure. Morata. Dani Olmo. Spain would like to give their defenders a breather here. Yamal. Williams has gone across to double up on that right wing for Spain. Space for Fabian Ruiz. There's a sense of control about Spain at the moment, and it is up to France to try and knock them off this stride. Rodri. Fulcrum, the man who keeps it all ticking in the centre. Dani Olmo. Antoine Griezmann there, you could see him waving his right hand there, and he wants his fellow midfielders to push up, but this is the trouble. When they do, Spain try to get in around behind. At the moment, France can't get a kick.
That's really good pass and movement football from Spain, but I still think France really are active enough off the ball. It's a bit too easy for Spain to pop the ball around.
Oyarzabal and Moreno still waiting patiently to come on, but Spain holding possession and not allowing the ball out of play for those substitutions to take place. Here is Saliba. Still plenty of time for France, but the urgency, the sense of dread will be growing all the time. Griezmann. Dembele his target. Missed by Cucurella, but there's no one there. It's a terrible touch by Fabian Ruiz. Hernandez! biggest scare Spain have had.
Well, he's on his right foot and he's predominantly left-footed, so he had the time, the space to actually take a touch with his right, get it onto his left. It's laboured defending from Spain, but there's no one around him to just take a touch, adjust your body and strike it with your favoured left foot. No, it's a bouncing ball on your weaker foot. What an opportunity missed.
So many natural goal scorers in this French team. Was left back Theo Hernandez the ideal candidate for that chance to fall to? Well, what a knockout stage as Dani Olmo has had. Alvaro Morata making way too. So Oyarzabal will lead the line, and Mikel Moreno will go into that number 10 role where Dani Olmo had been playing so well. Oyarzabal, who scored against France in the Nations League final in 2021.
Yeah, Dani Olmo hugely influential off the bench against Germany. Starting the game tonight, just getting in those pockets of space. Technical ability is outstanding. Here's his goal, the one that takes Spain to the final.
Into the final quarter hour now of the regulation 90 minutes. Right since their opening game of this tournament, Spain have caught the eye. There has been the sense that this is a special team. That's not a special clearance by Unai Simon. A let-off for the Athletic Bilbao goalkeeper. That could have worked out much worse. The optimism continues in the stands. Those supporters in blue urging their team to come back here. And it's been a tournament that has seen a lot of late goals, remember.
I'm sure we might see them here because, of course, France have to keep pushing and pushing to try and get the equaliser. That could leave themselves open to Spain grabbing a third.
Mikel Moreno. Good work from Tchouaméni. Space here for Theo Hernandez. Barcola. Hernandez. Griezmann is coming forward to join the attack. This is Mbappe. Groans from French fans as another attack breaks down. Well, he's had some really good touches in this game. That was not one of the better ones from Kylian Mbappe. Well, France need a goal here, and what they have done over the years so often in this situation is they have looked to Olivier Giroud. 57 international goals. He is France's all-time record goal scorer. His country desperately needs a goal here. Giroud, who has scored 8 goals at major tournaments in the past.
Yeah, has the experience, has the quality to get a goal for France. He just needs the service, wide areas. If he's in the box, deliver for him.
Different utensils in the toolbox, and Olivier Giroud certainly offers something different now to the French attack.
Neymar gets taken out there. Saliba gets there slightly too late. Sharp play by the youngster.
We have only had 2 yellow cards in this semi-final. Didier Deschamps, who has been able to tactically carve his way through so many tight conundrums in the past. Has he got an answer to this situation? Barcola. It's a great run, it really is. But Nacho was not to be beaten. Corner.
Well, Nacho just simply stuck at it. You see the grimace on his face. He's sprinting as hard as he can just to get in a position to make the block. He's not going to win the ball cleanly, but he's going to stop the cross. That was his job there.
Antoine Griezmann takes over corner kick duties. Not a great elevation on that. Here is Camavinga. Koundé. Hernandez back out to Antoine Griezmann. And again, the distribution cut out its source. Blocked by Williams, who's now making a charging run forward, but Rodri didn't see him. Oyarzabal. And with every France attack that breaks down, Spain breathe again.
You can see Spain, when they get the ball back, they're looking maybe to create that opportunity for the third goal to kill the game off. If they can't find that killer forward pass, they just keep hold of it, as they're doing now, and just run the clock down.
Rodri. This is the stage late in games where minds as much as bodies begin to tire. Mistakes can and are made. Yamal, already scorer of a wonder goal in this semi-final, could have sealed the deal right there.
I just seemed to get a little excited. If he'd done what he'd done for his goal and just tried to pass that ball with a bit of pace towards the far corner, just maybe goes for a bit too much power, and that's why he loses the accuracy. But again, when he drops his shoulder, no defender's going to stay with him. I think he'd be disappointed he's not kept that on target.
What a treat it is going to be to watch the progress of Lamine Yamal in years to come. Tonight, the final time he plays as a 16-year-old.
For them, but the resilience.
Realistically here, we have got another 12, maybe as much as 15 minutes still to play.
Yeah, with Laporte still down, it's one of those collisions where the ball is played, he just turns and runs, and he can't get out of Giroud's way. It's just an accidental collision, but the shoulder to the face has clearly caused a lot of problems.
And some of the flamenco dancing may have started in the crowd, but Luis de la Fuente is keeping his emotions in check. I mean, Giroud, I don't think there's any menace there from him, but no doubt that Laporte receives a blow to the face.
Yeah, Laporte is watching the flight of the ball, so he just turns into Giroud. There's no step to the left from Giroud. It's just an accidental collision, but a mightily painful one.
Olivier Giroud, who has announced he will retire from international football following this tournament. He's going to be playing in America in the MLS next season. He's the oldest player to ever play for France, Olivier Giroud. Can he produce one last big moment in his international career here? No doubt about it now that France really are running out of time. Le Crunch. Gets away from Rodri. Now Mbappe up against Vivian. Kylian Mbappe can't keep it down. That's the chance they've been waiting for.
Well, Vivian defensively is getting nowhere near Mbappe. It's just whether the striker can hit the target. He's got the pace, he drops a shoulder, it opens up nicely for him. Just don't know why he's going for the power. It's hard to be critical of such a great player, but he's really smashing that ball, pass it along the floor towards the far post, and keeper's got no chance. He knows what an opportunity that was.
Throughout his career, Kylian Mbappe has seen the net furl at moments like that. It was a rush of blood to the head. It was too powerful. More finesse is needed from the French. This is not about brute strength now. Can they surgically deliver a goal to bring this semi-final into extra time?
Yeah, they don't need spectacular finishes, they just need effective ones, and that was a great chance just for him to pass the ball into the bottom corner.
Mbappe beaten to the ball by Laporte. Spain just looking for clear eyes now. Marino. Camavinga cut by Oyarzabal. Free kick to France.
Yeah, the ball just gets away from Oyarzabal, goes chasing, and it's just a flick. Camavinga makes a meal of it, but France, they need to get on with it. Yes, it's a free kick, they need to get the ball down and play.
Upamecano too far ahead of Koundé. French groans. Didier Deschamps, winner of the European Championship as a player, winner of the World Cup as a player, hoping to become the first man to win both as a coach too. But this is in danger of slipping through French fingertips now. France needs something special. Camavinga. Upamecano. France might as well throw everything into attack now. Camavinga thought he'd stolen it, but Rodri was there for Spain. Williams.
Well, Spain get the ball back, they can just keep passing it around, run the clock down. It all comes from Upamecano just hopefully putting the ball into the box, right onto the head of Laporte, who heads away, and Spain get the ball back. And just France, it's difficult. You've got to be patient, you've got to be brave in possession, but they need more quality going forward.
Foul of Cucurella by Camavinga. It's the third yellow card of the match.
And it's just pure frustration, just desperate to get the ball back. He sees it, Camavinga thinks I can pinch it. It's too late, gets there late. And Cucurella sees him, just kind of tempts him in. Clear foul and yellow.
Camavinga, who knows so many of tonight's opponents well, he plays his club football in Spain. Just looking around the stadium, and you know, there's almost 70,000 people in here. Nobody is heading for the exits early. Williams. Tchouaméni. Rodri. Never seems flustered, Rodri, just glides. Marino. Oyarzabal. Cucurella. And off Koundé for a corner. We are in the 90th minute of the Euro 2024 semi-final. Spain so close to the final, they can almost reach out and touch it. Williams takes his time. We move into stoppages. There's got to be 5 minutes added on. 5 minutes for France to save their tournament. Hernandez. Yamal tries to drag him down. Laporte really firm. It's going to be a yellow card for Lamine Yamal. Remember, you cannot miss a Euros final because of a yellow in the semi.
Yeah, Yamal knows what he's doing here. He might be young, but he's streetwise. Just stops Hernandez breaking forward, just stops the counter-attack, enables his team to get back. Yes, it's a yellow card, but his team can now defend from a fairly high position.
Griezmann plays it in. Upamecano. He was always falling backwards. Marino has a problem here. Play will be held up again in stoppages in Munich.
I just wonder whether it's contact or is it a heavy landing. Just maybe gets an arm. Maybe the arm of Upamecano just catches him in the face. Nothing too sinister in that.
Mikel Moreno, who provided the late fireworks for Spanish glory against Germany in the quarter-final. Ferran Torres and Martin Zubimendi ready to come on as Spain run the clock down. French desperation now. Will there be one more chance for France, or can Spain settle it? Williams. Cucurella. The priority now for Spain is to keep the ball. Rodri's given it back to Magnon. Saliba to Hernandez. Still energy in those legs. Rodri, where does he get his energy from? Yamal beat two of them, unable to get past Saliba. He's been electric tonight on the ball, he really has. And it'll be his final action on the night that Lamine Yamal became the youngest player to ever score at a European Championship finals. We are going to see replay after replay of that golden moment for Spain's golden boy.
Yeah, it's one of the individual goals of the tournament, and considering his age, just makes it that much more special.
A young man with the world at his feet, and Nico Williams isn't too far behind him. Zubimendi and Ferran Torres, the two on for Spain. Zubimendi, a holding midfielder, usually the backup to Rodri. He will play in tandem with Rodri now to ensure there is no late drama. The songs are going to be written about Lamine Yamal. Statues, you'd imagine, are going to be built about him. A young man with the world at his feet. It's about 90 seconds of the originally allocated stoppages to go. Oyarzabal. France must get the ball first and foremost, and Spain are going to do everything they can to prevent that. Nacho. The Spanish Olés begin to cheer every pass. Koundé. Good athleticism. Header out by Vivian. 45 seconds for France. Saliba. Hernandez. French crowd are baying for a full-time whistle. High and hopeful from Barcola. Griezmann is always rising. He wants a corner. The referee says goal kick. Was that France's last chance?
Well, it's not an easy chance. He's up against Cucurella. He feels he's headed it on to the defender. He probably has a point. It's very difficult for the referee unless he's absolutely sure. Of course, he can't give it. There's a hopeful ball into the box. Not an easy chance for Griezmann. And just in this second half, France have had lots of the ball, great field position, have done very little with it. That opportunity for Mbappe was probably the best that they've had.
The French tears are beginning to flow already. We have played the 5 minutes. It's at the discretion of the referee now. Spain win a free kick to prolong the French agony here. It's so difficult for the officials to keep a lid on the exuberant celebrations which the Spanish bench believe are already in motion. Ferran Torres sets up for the corner flag. Surely France are out of time now. The referee blows the final whistle, and Spain are through to the final of Euro 2024. France go home, but the future's so bright for Lamine Yamal and company. History made here in Munich. The first time a team has won 6 games in a row at a European Championship finals. Didier Deschamps, who has already in place such a proud legacy as head coach of France, but he goes home as Spain march on to Berlin for the final on Sunday.
Well, the best team in the tournament win again, deservedly so. They controlled the game for most part. France and Mbappe simply didn't do enough. Yes, it will be about Yamal with that incredible individual goal, but Spain as a team, absolutely outstanding. Rodri at the heart of it, defended really well after going a goal behind, showed character, showed quality, so determination, resilience, everything a team needs to be successful, Spain have got.
This Spanish side, which right from the beginning of the tournament have made the world step up and take notice. This will hurt and it will sting for France. This team, which at times have been serial winners, they all have exuberant trophy cabinets at home. But it is the new generation that step forward now as Spain tried to summons the spirit of their glory teams that won 3 major tournaments in a row. As a footballing nation, Spain are back, and there is no doubt about it. They will play either England or the Netherlands on Sunday, and you wouldn't bet against this Spanish team after a performance like that.